Hi everyone, Smile Each Day here. Now, today it was meant to be a Q&A session. Instead, it's going to be a discussion. I had a great statement received to me, or to us, I should say, and it's really a kind of a hitting home type statement. And I want to give a proper discussion about it rather than just a simple answer or whatever you want to call it. I want to extend it more, and I want to make it more clear to the wonderful Smiley who wrote it to me. Now, the questions that were written to me for this week's Q&A session, they're going to be put on to next week's Q&A session. I'm sorry if you were waiting for your questions to be answered, but they will be in next week's video. Hopefully you will understand that by the end of this video, because this is quite a serious discussion that we're going to be having here. But it should be very interesting to us all. So the person who wrote this statement to me was a wonderful mother named Christy O'Dom. Christy O'Dom, thank you for writing into Smile Each Day. I like to help anyone the best they can, whether it is someone who has Asperger's or someone who does not have Asperger's but they know somebody who does and would like to help. I try my best to have both worlds type thing. I hope you know my background. We have a basic idea. If you don't, my name is Antonia. I was diagnosed with Asperger's at 4. I also was diagnosed with brain freeze. I was also diagnosed with ADD at age 4. Kind of young, but yeah. But that's my basic background, and I like to help others who have Asperger's or those who don't, who want to help and answer questions for them and everything else. So I hope I give some guidance to you the best I can. I will try, and yeah, I hope I do well. So here's the statement from Christy O'Dom, and also I write everything in my book here, so I'm not typing on the computer and being annoying or anything like that. Typing is not fun for me when I hear it. It's noises. Yeah, that's a different thing. You probably, if you look back in my past videos, you'll probably see a video called Noise, Noise, Noise. I discuss all about noise, so yeah. But okay, here's the statement from Christy O'Dom. Here we go. My son is 12 and was diagnosed with ADHD at 4. We are now having him tested for Asperger's. I'm scared, worried for him and our family, but also grateful that our family may finally get some answers. I'm so confused about the similarities between them. My biggest confusion is why my son will be 13 on May 6th, but it seems to myself and my mum his mental age isn't that old. He seems to be happiest when he is playing Star Wars with his 8-year-old brother. He always gets upset and cries over the smallest things he has focused on for that time period. He always has. I'm just another lost mother right now. Please send me some guidance. Well, that is quite a statement. First off, I'm just going to break it down bit by bit, and just go bit by bit like that. So, your son was diagnosed at your son was diagnosed at 4 with ADHD. Like I said, I was diagnosed at 4 with ADD. So, but I also had Asperger's, and I do believe that I looked up, or I saw something on TV recently where they're discovering that all these mental conditions, schizophrenia, ADD, ADHD, they are all coming into the realms of somebody who has Asperger's as well. And I did see that on TV a while ago, or it was online or something like that. I don't quite remember. But it's good that you got your son diagnosed at a younger age, I believe. And I also believe it is a good thing that you are diagnosing your son at 12, because the younger you have them diagnosed, the more they can soak it into them, the more they can figure stuff out when they're younger, and as they get older they won't have a problem. I've talked to some that are older adults that are happy that they've found out what they have, but now they're very confused and they don't really know what to do, and they think they're in this sinking realm of I have to be this certain way because I have Asperger's, and so I think younger is better to be diagnosed. And I'm glad that you're also taking the time out to have your son diagnosed with Asperger's, or for Asperger's, and not just being like, well, we know he has ADHD and that's that. No. I think you should look into every possibility of things that he may have, for his sake and for your sake, and I'm glad that you're doing that. A lot of parents today, or a lot of parents, would not even attempt to do that, so I really have high respect for a parent like you. Very cool. The next part, I'm scared, worried for him and our family, but also grateful that our family may finally get some answers. That's good. It sounds to me like your family has, or think there has been some like kind of family line towards maybe ADHD or Asperger's. Maybe somebody in the family may have Asperger's that you may know of, or some kind of symptoms that the family may see between each other. But that's good. That's good clearance for everyone. But also at the same time, when you finally go have your son tested for Asperger's, and if it is positive, if he is diagnosed with it, be supportive of him. Do not cuddle him, but be supportive of him. He will be nervous too. You have to remember that. He may be nervous, he may be scared, so you have to remember that. Please, keep as strong as you can, although you would seem nervous. I remember when I went at 4 to be diagnosed, and my mother was so powerfully strong. She didn't show any tears, she didn't show any emotion. She was very supportive of me. She told me, let's do this, let's do that, and she didn't show any sign of fear, and that really gave me great calm inside me. And I felt like, even though I was a very young child, it just calmed me. It didn't make me feel too nervous or scared myself. So I do believe emotions plays a big role, and you should keep as calm as you can. It really helped me, and it also helped my mother too. But yeah, next part. I'm so confused about the similarities between them. my biggest confusion is why my son will be 13 on May 6th, but it seems to myself and my mum his mental age isn't that old. That's normal with someone who has Asperger's. I feel the age I am, but in my head I feel like I'm younger. I feel like I want to do things while I'm a lot younger, but I think in general a lot of people like that, even those who do not have Asperger's, they like to feel like they're young, or they try to act like they're young, or they try to dress like they're younger. I think that that's not really anything to be too concerned about. But the next part here, it says, where is it? Mental age. Oh, he seems happiest when he is playing Star Wars with his 8-year-old brother. That is probably a calming thing to him, to feel way younger and be with his younger brother, because obviously they're around together all the time, so it probably gives him great karma, and everything else makes him feel happy. As you say, it makes him feel happiest. I wouldn't be too worried about that. I wouldn't be too worried about that at all. I know myself, I have a nephew who's 3, and I end up playing with him all the time. And I feel like I'm at that, I feel like I'm 3, and I'm not, obviously, but I feel like I'm 3 when I'm playing with him. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. You grow, it may feel, I know it's hard if you do not have ADHD or Asperger's to understand, but he will grow up, he will grow, and he will mature, and he will, he'll keep the same, mental age, but he'll also mature, and he will be able to function, and he will be able to function in the world when he gets older. It just takes time, and you just take great strides to help him with his interests, show him what he's interested in, and try to give him career pathways and everything else, especially as he's getting into his teen years. Help with that, especially. Anything he is really interested in, guide him big time, because long enough he will go off and do great things, because anything with interest an Asperger's person holds on to. It's like anything, it's like they hold on to it their whole lives, and a lot of the times they do make careers out of them. Sometimes it takes them a lot longer, but they do try to make their life, they try to make their career around what makes them happy with their interests. So guide him with his interests big time, especially in his teen years. He always gets upset and cries over the smallest things he has focused on for that time period. He always has. That is an interesting one. And I'm an artist and a writer, and I like to work. I'm a workaholic. I'm also like a workaholic. I'm very focused and set on what I'm planning to do and what I'm doing. And when somebody comes and tells me, we have to go and, we have to go pay this, we have to go do that, I get like a little upset and discouraged myself. I don't know how far he gets upset. I don't know how far he goes to be upset, but that's normal for somebody who has ADHD or Asperger's as well. Yeah, that's normal. And I guess the way you can help with that is just give them a little more time, and encourage them that you have to teach them, this is what we have to do. And he already knows that's what he has to do. He wants to focus on what he's focusing on for a lot longer, but sometimes it can be too long, and we have to we have to you know, do the other things as much as we want to. But you can always re-encourage him. You can always say, you know, you can come back to this. You can always come back to this, whatever it may be. We can always come back and drive here, or we can go here, and we can always come back. It's and you can spend a lot longer than what you have done now, and that would hopefully encourage him to you know, move on to the next step in his life. That's what I think anyway. So yes, I don't believe you're a lost mother. I believe you are a great mother who's taking great strides into helping your son, and that's amazing. And I wish there were a lot more parents that would be like you. But really amazing. And I'm not a parent myself yet, but you know, I find that really amazing and great that you have been so inspiring. You're helping me even, so that's amazing too. But thank you so much for your statement here, and I hope I answered it the best I could. I tried my best. I hope I gave some clearance through my gibberish. And yeah, so yeah, that is it, everyone. Thank you guys so much for this week's discussion. And I hope I did the best I could with the answering. I tried to go piece by piece, and I hope that works out for people. I hope yeah, for those who have stories to help Christy here, you know, put them in the comment box below. It would be most helpful to her and us as well. Yeah. So yeah, questions will be in the next video, so keep an eye for that. But also please write your questions to this and this email, sorry, this email address here. We have Twitter, we have Google+, so go check those out. We have Facebook, everything. All this will be in the comment box below. We have a forums page, we have merchandise, we have everything. So be sure to check that out. Also leave a like and subscribe, everyone. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for just being so supportive and confident with everybody in the community, of the Smile Each Day community. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Bye.